From the Ventura County Office of Education, this is the Focus on Education podcast. And now here's your host, Ventura County Superintendent of Schools, Dr. César Morales.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Focus on Education. For students who get expelled from school or convicted of crimes, the path to a high school diploma can be a rocky one. VCOE's alternative education schools are designed to help these kids move beyond the mistakes of their past toward a brighter future. To tell us all about it, I'm joined by our Director of Alternative Education, Stefanie Rodriguez. Stefanie, thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Stefanie, what do we mean by alternative education?
So alternative education, when you think about a school environment, doesn't always work. The traditional setting doesn't always work for kids. So they may need some more support academically, social emotionally, maybe based on academic challenges or even life challenges. So we're able to provide smaller class sizes, more intensive supports. And then you think about our at-promise youth. So credit recovery, high risk for dropout rates. So really trying to provide all that support for students.
Just for our viewers, what you mentioned at-promise youth. What is an at-promise youth?
So a student, when you think about school, you think about things happening out in the community. So school isn't a priority, or school is really challenging for them. Maybe they haven't made a positive connection with a staff member at a school or a teacher, an administrator. So we are all boots on the ground, hands on deck to provide whatever the student needs. Building that rapport and relationship, that trust is really important to us.
Tell us about Gateway Community School and the students who go there.
Gateway Community School is centrally located within our county in Camarillo. We serve all of our school districts here in Ventura County from 6th grade through 12th grade. So our students are primarily brought to us to Gateway Community School because of an expulsion within their LEAs. They can also be truant, and we have probation referrals. But right now, currently, we have all of our students that are expelled and working on a rehabilitation plan to get them back within their home school.
What are some of the most common reasons students are referred to Gateway for?
The most common reasons that we see are fights or assaults on campus. We also have students with illicit substance use or drugs on campus. And so when we get the paperwork, we really look at, as a team, we look at what the expulsion is and what the needs are. We will plug in those supports for our counselors. Our campus assistants also are aware of things that happened or occurred within their home district, so that we, right at the orientation, when we get the paperwork, we're ready for them.
Good. What is Providence School and who does it serve?
Providence is our court school within our juvenile facility. So we work in partnership with Ventura County Probation Agency, Ventura County Behavioral Health. So our students there have had an offense within the community or on a school campus that unfortunately they are now within the juvenile facility.
Got it. I know the percentage of Gateway students who earn their high school diplomas has been rising in the recent years. Can you give us some of those numbers and tell us the reasons for the improvement?
We have strived for that 100% graduation rate. And it is really a team effort and parents, collaboration with parents and families. Part of that effort is talking to students, letting them know through transcript analysis what their credits look like, getting them ready for those post-secondary outcomes. So it is getting to know our students, getting to know their stories and what they need for that diploma, to access that diploma. And what does that mean? A lot of students share with us, I can get a job without a diploma. And how that may be true, but we really strive to have them understand and educate them that a high school diploma just opens more doors, opens more windows for them. Yes, they can get a job, but what are their goals? What do they want to do? So providing support on a Saturday, after school, during lunch, one-on-one, whatever it may be, where we really want our students to leave our Gateway Community School and Providence Court School with a high school diploma.
It sounds great. It seems like we're doing whatever it takes and all hands are on deck for our students that we serve there. How are we helping students prepare for what comes next after graduation?
Oh, this is my favorite question. Looking at our career education center. So where we are at, we are very fortunate to have our career education center right across the street. We have 2 classes within our master schedule for our Gateway Community School. And for Providence, we have one class, our auto class, who I know we are not able to go into an auto shop because we are within the juvenile facility. But don't you know we're using virtual reality? So our students with virtual reality are practicing how to change an oil in a car, having access to painting a car with the help of our CEC instructor. We also have our dual enrollment opportunities. Last semester, and I'm really proud to share with the help of our counselors and our team, we had 7 Gateway students that were dually enrolled within a college course. This semester, we have 4. So really working to encourage students and giving them access to college courses. For a lot of our students, they think college is just more math and more English, but having presentations, bringing in the auto program from Oxnard College to Providence, having them ask questions, looking at the website and then speaking to the instructor of what that means, certification, entry-level positions, if that's the route that a student wants to go.
That's amazing. We're offering so much for the students and giving them opportunity to even take college classes. That's what great news. Building meaningful relationships is important for all of our students, but especially those in alternative education. How are we helping to foster those relationships?
I shared a little bit about trust, and in order for us to get to know what those struggles are, looking at transcripts and credits, but getting to know the students. If they're transitioning into a court school or transitioning into a community school, they're away from their community and their LEA. So building that trust right off the bat. For our Gateway, we have 2 transition specialists. So our Gateway transition specialist will get the paperwork, we'll look at what the offense was, and we plug in those supports from day one. They start in a transition class for 2 days where they're working one-on-one with a teacher, looking at the rehabilitation plan, bringing in those counselors, bringing in the academic support, also administrative support. For a lot of our students, an experience with an administrator may not have been positive. So for myself and for our assistant principals, it's important for them to know that we're there, we're on your team, and we're going to strive for those goals that they have for themselves. So that trust, and that's both for our court school and our community school.
How do we help students deal with trauma and family issues so they're not obstacles to their learning?
We offer a wide range of mental health supports. For Providence Court School, we are in partnership with Ventura County Behavioral Health. All of our youth that enroll within that school or within the facility, they have access to mental health supports. We are also working to provide presentations for SEL, working with our community-based organizations and bringing in coping strategies, bringing in one-on-one counselors. Our school psychologist helps us with that. And at Gateway Community School, groups. So we have anger management, conflict resolution, restorative conversations, a boys group, a girls group, Thriving Thursday, Workout Wednesday, anything that we can to help build on that capacity of there's other options, there's strategies. Our staff are also trained in trauma-informed practices. So knowing that our students come with a wide range of stories and how are we able to address and help to support them.
Yeah, it sounds like we're turning every stone over to connect with students at any cost for their benefit. This is great. We have some incredible community partnerships that benefit students at Gateway and at Providence. Can you highlight a few of those for us?
Absolutely. So we work closely with our community-based organizations. This year, we work with our Ventura County Arts Council, providing a little bit of a different take on poetry. So asking students with prompts like, if you were to write a letter to your younger self, if you were to write a poem to your younger self or your family, what would you do differently? Providing SEL supports with All It Takes. Talking about Cal State University pathway with Project Rebound, coming in and talking to them about a 4-year university or college and what that could look like. Also working closely within our county. So City Impact, Mando, those are referrals that we've made for students to have access within their community for the after hours, the after school. We know that 3 to 8 can be challenging, and that mentorship is really important for us to strive and to talk to kids about.
There are so many wonderful success stories of students who have turned their lives around after attending Gateway and Providence. Can you share one of them with us?
Absolutely. One for Gateway, we had the student in ninth grade and coming with an offense of fighting on campus. Coming to Gateway was hard. It was a struggle, leaving his community, leaving, family was there at school with him. And unfortunately, there were a couple of fights that he did have at Gateway. He was able to return to a district, but then came back to us his senior year for another expulsion. So we plugged in more support. We brought in family. We brought in the community-based referrals. We talked to him about employment in college. And do you know, Dr. Morales, when he left us, he wanted to go into the nursing program. So we looked at dual enrollment and we looked at CEC, and he enrolled within a nursing program with the goal setting that he had, the support that he had from his family, and then the support from our Gateway staff.
Oh, wow. That's such a great story. And I know there's many more stories like that. Stefanie, there's a lot of misconceptions or stigmas about the students that we serve at both Gateway and Providence. What are the things that we do to combat that or deal with that phenomena?
So we do have 2 transition specialists on both of our campuses. So within our court school and our community school, we get to know some of those struggles. We get the paperwork. We talk to families. We have an orientation in both of those settings. Mm-hmm. And so really hearing from the student and the family what those struggles have been, and then we're able to plug in some support. But I also work closely with all of our LEAs. Last year, we met to discuss our plan for expelled students. And there we talked about our court school, and we really discussed how we could support our students as they transition in and return to the home district. Looking at our return to district meetings, working collaboratively with program specialists, with directors, with teachers, and we're collaborating all the time for our students to make sure that we share what the progress is, maybe what the challenges, what the family needs, what the student needs as they go back into their district, maybe a wellness center check-in or a referral within the community-based organizations that I spoke about, having those wraparound services. So really trying to share, this might have been a moment where the student, an offense was committed and now they're here with us in our program. But what are we going to look for with that progress and sharing that progress and what we were able to learn and provide while they were with us?
It's beautiful to see that despite the reason that got them to Providence or Gateway, all of our staff and our structure does not give up on them. And we're experiencing a very high success rate where they as an individual win, but our community wins as well because they're thriving as successful students in school in a post-secondary experience, or also on a path to developing a career that will hopefully continue to build success and steer them clear from some of the offenses that got them there. Shifting gears a little bit, I know Gateway and Providence are part of our alternative education program here at VCOE, but I'm aware that other school districts also have alternative education programs. And are there any activities that we're a part of that bring the alt ed professionals together? And what do we do to create an area of support for them?
I'm so glad you asked that question. We do have our Alt Ed Network monthly meetings. We don't have a meeting in April or in December. We have a lot of breaks in there, but we do have a lot of collaboration within our Alt Ed administrators. And part of that collaboration, we've been able, this year we had our 2nd annual Alt Ed Summit. So out of our 7 alternative education sites, 6 were able to participate within that summit. In the morning on February 12th, we had 160 students and counselors that registered and came, and they heard from yourself. They heard from our dynamic speaker, Mr. Hamish Brewer, and they participated in workshops provided by Oxnard College, Ventura College, and Moorpark College to learn about pathways. We also were able to provide a counselor summit. So over 140 counselors registered for that. including current students within a counseling program at Cal Lutheran, at Pepperdine. They reached out to our director, Ms. Christina Mahone, asking, can we be a part of this? We want to also learn about AI, and we want to learn how we are able to support our students. So there are many opportunities, and we're looking forward to our third annual Alternative Education Summit coming in February 2026.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you for your leadership and passion for our students and the alt-ed community. We're definitely thankful for having you in our county.
Thank you, Dr. Morales.
That'll wrap it up for this episode. Stephanie, we really appreciate you being here today, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Focus on Education is a production of the Ventura County Office of Education. We encourage you to subscribe and join us each month for new episodes. You can find Focus on Education wherever you get your podcasts or at vcoe.org/podcast. We also welcome your feedback. You can email us at communications@vcoe.org.